The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
All right, Ashley Ingram, week 6, you're off to Mars Hill. Start us off with a statement about playing Tim Clifton's Lions at Mears Stadium.
Well, obviously, Coach Clifton does a great job. He's been there for a really long time. He's got a very talented team. This defense is experienced. They're athletic. They're fast. They're dangerous. So obviously, I have my concerns about them. They've got an experienced quarterback. They've got great skill on offense. So we will certainly have our hands full.
Midpoint of the regular season. Obviously, 5-0 is about as good of a start as you could ask for. When you started this thing, what were your expectations as you reflect back on the first half of the year?
I just wanted to kind of build a team and get the guys to play together, and we wanted to continue to just kind of progress as the season went on. I tried my very best. I'm human like everyone else, but I tried my best to just kind of go a day at a time or a week at a time and a game at a time, and certainly we'll have time to reflect. But I think we're in a good spot. But what I do know is we've got a very good opponent on the road this Saturday, and we'll have our hands full. So we've got to have a great week of preparation.
Mars Hill's faced about as much adversity as anybody because of what Helene brought through for probably the better part of 5 days. They were cut off from just even being able to communicate. The consequence of that is they've only been able to get 3 games in. Small sample size is unexpected when you're playing in week 6.
Right.
Has that affected preparation, or has that affected preparation?
No, it hasn't. I mean, I think we've got enough film on them, and they have enough experience that we have an idea who they are. They've played a great schedule so far. They've played really tough competition. So, we'll have a team that's fresh. I think they'll be super excited to play at home after all the region's gone through. I'm sure there'll be a nice crowd there. So we'll have to do our best to have a chance.
You bring up the quarterback, J.R. Martin, as good of a playmaker as I think you can find under center. What do you see on tape about him?
Yeah, he's just a player. You know, he finds a way, he extends plays. He can beat you with his legs. He can beat you with his arm. Obviously, he's a great leader. So he's a heck of a football player. And when you got a quarterback, you always have a chance. So, he's certainly a guy that we've got to, try to do a good job stopping.
Defensively, Tristan Rankin, I know it's your first year, but it feels like Tristan Rankin has been in that defensive backfield for the better part of a decade. Number 3 among active players in interceptions. I know you're not chucking the ball all over the field, but
right.
Last week against Spartan, you saw B and Behringer make 16 tackles. How do you have to be mindful of an All-American defensive back?
Right. Well, he's just a great player, so he can he can make plays. He has pick sixes in his career. He'll be physical in the run game. He'll be tough to beat, in man coverage and things like that. So we certainly have to be aware of him. But there's a lot of other guys on that defense that are old, they're experienced, they're talented, they're athletic. So we've got our work cut out for us.
You've made a lot of noise, and we've made a lot of noise about the quality of Turk Daniels' play on the offensive line. But another freshman started on Saturday against Spartan, Trey Edwards at right tackle. What have you seen from him to thrust another freshman into a starting role on the offensive line?
Right. Well, he's just a big kid. He's got a lot of talent. He has a huge upside. Now, obviously, he's got a long ways to go. So he did some good things, but he's a guy that's like a lot of them, just a work in progress. But I think he has a chance to be a really good football player for us as well.
How is he similar, different compared to a Turk?
Just a little different skill set. He's a bigger kid. He's a longer kid. Has some mass. Probably just didn't come as quickly to him as things did to Turk, but he's doing well.
You said when you came here, you want to be one of the least penalized teams in America.
Yep.
And you're sitting in 80th.
Right.
Does that stick in your craw a little bit?
Well, we need to clean it up, but it is what it is. We've been found a way to win games. The bigger thing that we've done well, and we didn't do it great the other day, is we've taken care of the football. We had one turnover going into the game. Obviously, we turned it over twice. I think if you look at stats that matter, that's a big stat. Turnovers, obviously scoring first, leading at halftime. There's some different things you can look at, but turnovers typically has a bigger effect on the game than penalties. We certainly need to clean that up. I want to be a disciplined team. I want to be a mentally tough team. And when you have a lot of penalties, to me, it's not showing the kind of mental toughness that we need to have.
When you bring up the turnovers, I think it's fascinating because for the most part, any turnovers that you've had, it hasn't come as a consequence of a botched pitch, a missed pitch. In Jaden Sullivan's case, he was fighting for extra yardage, got the ball popped out. Trey Luttrell at West Virginia State, fighting for extra yardage, got the ball popped out from behind. Are those, not that any turnover is good, are those more livable for you than you just put a pitch on the ground?
No, they're not. I thought that Jaden's the other day was not having a sense of urgency with ball security. The ball got away from his body. I thought that Zane's was just pure carelessness with the football, and those things we have to eliminate.
You started this season, third down conversion percentage, hovering around 30, 35%. These last 2 weeks you're at 75. What do you owe that to?
Well, I hadn't gone back and studied it, but I would assume it's probably because we're just in more attainable situations on third down. So running the ball well or moving the ball on first and second down obviously helps the third down part. So I think the more we play, the more comfortable we get within the offense, and hopefully we'll continue to grow as an offense.
You move the ball well on the ground consistently. Obviously, when you rush for 450 yards against Barton, but I feel confident in saying that. Is that just a byproduct of the old quote from Remember the Titans? It's like Novocaine, give it time, it's going to start working.
Well, I think it's just a result of work. We work at it, and we're getting more reps, and hopefully we'll continue to improve. But I think we have made some improvements in our run game. We're still not even close to where we want to be, but we're just making improvements as we go.
Anything else?
No, we're just excited to play. We have a huge challenge in front of us, and we're just excited to get up there and play against a really quality Morris Hill football team.